In Toastmasters, we clap a lot. Let us make welcome our timekeeper for today's meeting, Toastmaster Olushola Olafemi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, General Evaluator. My role today as that of the timer. There are 3 sections that I will be evaluating. We want to make sure that as much as possible we keep to time. For the prepared speech section, when you're on 5 minutes, I'm going to show us the green card, right? Just to let you know that you are approaching the end of the conversation. And when you get to 6 minutes, I will be showing us yellow, but don't panic, you still have some time. When it is 7 minutes, I will show you the red card, at which point in time you will have 30 seconds to round off. In the same vein, for impromptu speeches, when it's 1 minute, I will be showing that green card, just to let you know that you've did minimum requirements. And when it's a minute and a half, I will be showing the yellow card, while the red card will be displayed once you hit 2 minutes, at which point in time you would also have 30 seconds. For the evaluation section, when you hit 2 minutes, I will show you the green card. 2.5 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And when you hit 3 minutes, I will show you the red card, at which point in time you would have 30 seconds to also round up. Now, it's important that we try as much as possible to keep the time, right? Because time is something that you really can't buy from the market, which for everybody has got just 24 hours in a day. So it's one of the things we learn at Toastmasters is how to keep to time. So on that note, it gives me great pleasure to hand it back to our general evaluator to move on with other role players.
Thank you most kindly, our timekeeper for today's meeting, for telling us what your role is all about. I would now like to call on our grammarian for this meeting. Who is our grammarian? Our grammarian is a very beautiful lady. She is a biomedical scientist who joined Toastmasters in 2020. She's a past vice president membership of Surulere Toastmasters Club and currently the vice president education of the same club. She loves to read, write, dance, and network with great minds. She's an ardent believer in the power of continuous personal development. Her life mantra is a quote by Babe Ruth, an American baseball player. Never let the fear of striking not keep you from playing the game. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, to collaboratively tell us what our role is today, let us make welcome our grammarian for today's meeting, Toastmaster Tessie Babika.
Good afternoon, awesome Toastmasters and our highly esteemed guests.
Good afternoon.
It's such a pleasure to be here for the second time in a row. I think the first time I was at LEARNTOR Toastmasters was in 2021 when there was a contest. And it was second year. It's such a pleasure to be here today. Thank you so much for having me. And it's also a pleasure to be playing the role of the grammarian for today's meeting. So it is my duty to listen intently to our appropriate and inappropriate use of the English language. It's also my duty to listen to words, quotes, thoughts, expressions that stand out. It's also my duty to introduce to us the word of the day. which is collaborate. Collaborate, the meaning is collaborate refers to working together, sharing resources, and achieving common goals through a collective effort. And the examples are members collaborate in Toastmasters International to achieve their goals. Another example is the two schools collaborate on library services. So the word of the day is what? Collaborate. Can we say it together? Collaborate. Again? Collaborate. The last time? Collaborate. Thank you. So we all have said the word of the day 3 times. I have that in my record. So I hope that we build up on that. And we're encouraged that when we come out to speak, let's use the word of the day. All right, thank you. Thanks so much for having me. Over to you, the general evaluation.
Thank you so kindly, Toastmaster Tessie. Thank you for giving us the word of the day. I hope to be the winner of the word of the day. Collaborate. I've said it twice now. In case people are saying it online, don't look at it online. Just face us here. Online people, I'm saying it, collaborate. Yes. Indeed, we are collaborating today because our next speaker is also from another club. Ironically, today is actually a day of collaboration because we have about 5 clubs collaborating together to make this meeting possible. Our next role player is our counter, who is currently the president of Surulere Toastmasters Club. See what I'm talking about when I say we are collaborating today. He is a graduate of the University of Lagos. He's a digital product designer. He constantly gets lost in the rabbit hole of reading mundane things. He's excited about random knowledge, and he's passionate about pub. When we say he's excited about random knowledge, we call him the professor. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please let's make welcome our counter for today's meeting to tell us what his role is all about. Toastmaster Jagu.
Do you know that there are certain words or sounds, and when you utter them often while you are speaking, they make you sound either unpolished or interrupt the message you are passing to your audience? Thank you for the introduction, Madam General Evaluator. I am honored to be collaborating with you on this evaluation team. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon. As I said, you know that there are certain words or sounds that when you utter them while you are speaking, they often make you sound either unpolished or break your message, or break the message you are passing to your audience. These words and sounds are called pause fillers. And it is my role as the accounter of today's meeting to listen to everyone that speaks on this lectern and watch out for pause fillers. Pause fillers include sounds like and words like so, you know, I mean, and also include repetition of words like I, this means, this means, this means. These words, when you use them often in your presentations, breaks down the flow of your presentations and makes you sound unpolished. And at the end of this meeting, I'll come back to give a report on the usage of pause fillers. I'd like to encourage you, when you're about to use a pause filler, just wait, pause, and move on to your next point. Over to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you most kindly. When you're about to use the pause filler word, just wait first. And let me add, smile. Thank you, Toastmaster Jagu. I'd now like to call on the last role player on my list, our listening evaluator for today's meeting. Another beautiful lady that will swipe you away with her voice. I do not have her bio here, but she's a member of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, and she's very good at having adventure. She's an adventurous lady and loves to collaborate with others. Please let's make welcome to today's meeting, the beautiful, the one with the golden voice, Toastmaster Imabon. Words when heard and flamboyant, collaborate, give the listener and comforting effects. Listening is a skill that is hard to do, but is essential. My role today is to listen to all of you and challenge all of you to others. I'll be looking out for keywords that are very important in sentences and how they make us feel. Thank you very much. Over to you, General Valorita. Thank you, Pastor Imabon. You would all agree with me that I have, like I mentioned earlier, our role is to evaluate this meeting. At the end of the meeting, we would be coming back to give you our reports on how the meeting has gone, what we have done well, where we can improve, and what we can do better at for the meeting. With that now, I would like to encourage all of us to be attentive at this meeting. For those online as well, when it comes to the table topics session, please collaborate with us and let's make an educative one for all of us. I'll now hand back the control to our Toastmaster of the day, our Chidinma Eze.
Thank you very much, our delectable General Evaluator. It's been a collaborative meeting so far. You agree with me, right? All right, so we are moving on quickly to the first segment of today's meeting, which is the table topics. Who's excited? Are you excited? Okay, so the table topic segment is where we have an opportunity to speak improv, and we have an efficient, a collaborative, a phenomenal anchor to do justice to this segment. Table Topics Master is a member of Kenya Toastmasters Club, and he's a tech. Okay, so he's a techie and he's here to guide us on the table topic segment. And please join me with a resounding round of applause. Welcome to the LEARNTOR Toastmaster Gathering.
Many thanks to you, Toastmaster Chidinma, our amiable Toastmaster of the day. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Those of you that didn't respond, you're already in my black book. All right, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. All right, I will be playing the role of the table topics master this afternoon. The whole idea or philosophy around the table topic segment is to help prepare us for that unforeseen day where we'll be able to have that conversation with someone, that conversation that we never prepared for. Say, for instance, if you have a business idea and you run into a Tony Elumelu or an Aliko Dangote in an elevator and you need to share your ideas within 2 minutes, what will you say? This is exactly why a session like this has been designed to help us think off our feet. All right, so I've got some questions here. My question number one is, how has Toastmasters affected your professional and personal life? To help us do justice to this question, somebody did not answer my greeting. Please help me put your hands together for Toastmaster Ademola Elengoro. Oh, narrow the escape fees, Toastmaster Elengoro. I still have you on my radar. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right. Let's go online to our online participants. I see Toastmaster Clementina. Toastmaster Clementina. Sorry. Toastmaster Oh, Toastmaster is he raising his hand? Do you want Toastmaster Al Hassan to do this? Okay, Toastmaster Al Hassan, can you please help us take this topic? Are you there? Can you hear me? Toastmaster Al Hassan, can you hear me? Okay, in order not to waste a lot of time on this, I think we can move on to the next person. Toastmaster Victoria, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone. But I can put on my video. I hope you don't mind because of my location. Please go on.
Okay, that's quite understandable. All right. So my question for you is, how has Toastmasters International affected you professionally and personally?
As the Toastmaster International affected me personally and professionally. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. This morning, I want to open the window for you to see the benefits I've gotten through being a Toastmaster. I was a banker and I was in the media too, but these two things, these two areas did not really open me up because I was a very, very reserved person. Because while growing up, we're taught not to look into people's eyes when talking because it was considered to be rude. I was with that throughout my time until I discovered Toastmaster online. I was on Facebook, which was unusual of me, and I saw this organization and the people there, and I had to contact one of them and would open my way. First, let me let you know that the Toastmaster had taught me how to network. I like to be in my corners. I like to operate a closed system. But Toastmaster or Toastmasters International has aided my peers to become someone that can relate, that can collaborate, that can network with people. That is one. Secondly, Toastmaster had opened my way to the opportunity of looking into people's eyes without feeling intimidated, because I know it's for my own good. Again, Toastmaster has started to help me to boost my presentation whenever I had the opportunity, because I always have opportunity to talk to people. I'm a life coach. As a life coach, you need to speak to people and look at them in the eyes so that they can get and feel you. Toastmaster has done so much for me. And in all the areas I've passed through, I think the Toastmaster has been so wonderful in getting or arresting, I would say, someone like me to be in this noble family. Once again, Toastmaster is a blessing to Victoria Shumade. Thank you, the table topic master, for this opportunity. I didn't see the card, so I wanted to be very careful. I didn't see the card at all.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Victoria Shumade, for that scintillating delivery. Well said, well done. All right, people, we'll move on now in the spirit of collaboration and equity. We're taking one online, so we'll bring it here. I know somebody's looking at me like, don't worry, got you covered. All right, for the second question is, what does Toastmasters International mean to you? And to help us with this question is the dashing looking young woman behind. Can you please come forward and do this? Thank you. Okay, the question is, what does Toastmasters International mean to you?
I'm a guest, so I really can't answer the question like that, but I'll try. So I cannot answer the question. I cannot answer the question. So I cannot answer the question.
Okay, are you a guest?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let me give you another one. Yes, I'll give you another one. And this one is, in what way do you think you can benefit from Toastmasters International? All right.
So I have stage fright. So joining Toastmasters International make me fight my stage fright and be able to talk confidently in front of people. And be brave to talk to people like now. You cannot actually talk to people where they are. So training Toastmasters will make me stop having stage fright and be able to talk to people.
Okay. Still have some time.
And Toastmasters. Toastmasters will also be able to help me improve my vocabulary, because I want to become a writer, and be exposed to more about writing and other things.
So, yes, you still have. You are doing okay.
Toastmasters make me okay. In aspect of study, the new words that you learn every day, I guess you don't know the word, like what about collaborate. In case you don't know, you're just learning the word. The new words are coming. The words come to the meaning, so you need to learn the word and their meanings.
Come on, guys. If that round of applause is for Naomi, I think you can do way better than that. Thank you. Naomi, please allow me to say this to you. You did resoundingly well. Well done. All right, people, we'll take this online now. Oh, people are now happy. Okay. Yes. We are doing this collaboratively. All right, people. Now, my next question is, yes. What does Toastmaster mean to you? I want Toastmaster. Master this time around. I want Kafia. I beg your pardon. I want Kafaya or Lauren Shola to answer this question. What does Toastmaster mean to you?
Good afternoon. It's really noisy here. I won't be able to take that. The background noise is too much. I'm very sorry.
Okay, she won't be able to do this. All right, thanks, Toastmaster Kafaya. Okay, Toastmaster Clementina, are you there?
I am, but I'm in transit. I may not be able to take that. I'm sorry.
All right. My offline people. It looks like the online people are not available to do this. So, yes, in the spirit of collaboration, let's do this together. All right, please come forward to help us with this. Thank you. Thank you. The question is, what does Toastmaster mean to you? You want to do without this? Okay.
So life is a journey from novice to expert, from childhood to adulthood. So for me, Toastmasters International is the distance between where I'm currently at to where I'm going. And I'm playing in that distance very well. Last 2 weeks, I did my first 90 minutes. And I love it because it challenged me and I learned new things about myself. So Toastmasters, and why you look at the etymology of Toastmasters, the wedding, that might be the highlight of the wedding, what that person says. So for me, I'm going into the highlights of my career, where I go from care, I go from entry level to managerial level to director. And public speaking, being able to express your thoughts effectively, because if you know how to write and speak, you can win the world. And we've seen it in the example of Barack Obama, Yemi Osinbajo, despite the fact that there were military hiccups in the administration, because of his fluency, doing the answer. So for me, Toastmasters is everything to me, and the leadership skills that I've been able to learn as well. Being keeping to time with my mentors. I have a lot of things to do, but ensuring that I keep up with my commitments, and also the networking opportunities. I have met Tessie today, and I've learned a lot from Toastmaster Godwin as well, the way he handles the session and so far. So for me, learning, networking, distance, and next step. Thank you very much.
Many thanks, Toastmaster Bolabo, for that scintillating delivery. People, please, a thunderous round of applause for Toastmaster Bolabo. All right. Can I still do one more? Okay. Okay, one more. The question now is, oh, we have a volunteer. Okay, all right. Are you already a Toastmaster? Intending. Okay, so let me give you something. Okay, I think you'll like this. What do you hope to get from Toastmasters International?
Good day, Toastmasters and guests. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. What I intend to get from Toastmasters is to be able to express myself more confidently on my feet, to be able to give elevator speeches, because I'm a real estate professional. Of course, I need to speak to a large number of people to put across my premium. Also, it gives me the opportunity to mentor some of our fellow Toastmasters and guests and areas, and of course, meet wonderful people in the process. But what brought me to Toastmasters was the book, How to Influence and Influence People. There was an excerpt in one of the book I was reading, and it mentioned that if you want to grow, to influence and influence people, you should join Toastmasters. And that was when I started to start in the virtual world. So thank you.
That was intending Toastmaster Joseph doing it. All right, people, well done. Please, another round of applause for him. With that, we've come to the end of today's table topic segment. It's been a pleasure doing this with you all. The Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chidinma.
Wow, would agree with me that that was a phenomenal, enlightening, and insightful session. So if you agree, can we put our hands together once again for our table topic master and all those that have risen to the occasion to do justice. Okay, so our timer, can you please quickly give us a report to ensure that all our speakers are eligible? Oh, you don't belong to the union. I would think that in the fairness, you know, encouraging to continue to. So as the Toastmaster of the day, I use my veto power to say that he would also participate in the yes. Yes, that's my power. I'm using my power as the chair to say that we're going to encourage him and have him participate since he just missed out by a few seconds, right? Yeah. Okay, so let me call out the names of those that we are voting for. So our first speaker was Toastmaster Victoria. Our second speaker was intending Toastmaster Naomi. Our third speaker was Toastmaster Bolabo. And our fourth speaker was intending Toastmaster Joseph. So please pick your best speaker. They are all best speakers, but you just have to pick one person. Okay, so while we are doing that, I would like to tell us a brief history about Toastmasters for the benefit of our guests. It might interest you to know that Toastmasters, okay, okay, those online, please, we are in the collaborative meeting, we've not left you out. Please send your votes to Toastmaster Offer. Toastmaster Offer, please be our INEC official online. No rigging. The process, what's that thing called? What's that machine called? The previous machine must not be stolen, please. Toastmaster Offer. Okay. Okay, so let me give you a brief history of Toastmasters while that is going on. Our founder is Ralph C. Smedley, and the first Toastmasters Club was actually founded 100 years ago in 1924. and he sought to create a collaborative learning environment where young men could learn the art of public speaking. Can you see that today, May 12th, 2024, we're actually living out the dream of RAP 6 because we are in a collaborative learning environment where we are practicing the art of public speaking. So I don't know who else is excited to be living out the dream that someone had 100 years ago. If you're excited as I am, can we just... Okay, so our INEC official, we have on the website.
I can't get through to her. I can't get through to I've sent it to the president, my vote.
Okay, to the president. Okay, that's fine.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, you can send to your sister. Yeah, you can check.
Okay, I think we can proceed. Now, feedback is the breakfast of champions. And we have somebody here to evaluate the just concluded tables of the segment to let us know where we did well and areas that we can improve. You might ask me, who is our tables of this evaluator? He is the Chief Press Secretary of Lekki LCDA, a graduate of both Lagos State University and University of Lagos. Seriously, in today's meeting, we have a lot of accolades. Good answer, Okay, so he has been a total since 2015. Within that time, he has served as the president of the Nigerians Africans, served as the club co-director of Division F, and served as an area director. We have an experienced hire, like we say in HR. His hobbies are visiting new places, learning new things, running, memorizing things, and seeing romantic movies or series. His right quote is, if you want to change the world, judge a man by the size of his heart and not his slippers. That's quite an intriguing quote, if you ask me. If your hands are not too busy, please join me in welcoming a lover of knowledge, the one, the only Toastmaster, Elemoyo Ademola.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm really having a wonderful time. LEARNTOR is known for being a Toastmasters club of innovation, and so far, I'm blown away. So it is a pleasure to evaluate the table topic segment. For the purpose of time, I'll be very, very brief. I love to be brief. So the table topics masterpiece review of All right, thank you so much. I actually loved the whole vibe he gave us during the whole segment. And he held the mic in a way that was very, very elegant. And the questions were very, very apt. What do I think you could have done better for that particular segment? I felt probably because it was coming from another Toastmasters meeting. I know you very, very well. You're someone who has a lot of energy, and I didn't see that during that particular segment. I was expecting you to pump all our speakers up. I didn't see that, probably because you're tired. So regardless of that, the questions were asked, I loved your whole vibe and I enjoyed myself. Please, a round of applause for our typical Toastmaster. Thank you very kindly. Now, to our first speaker, Toastmaster Victoria Shomade. How has Toastmasters affected your personal and professional life? She had a very, very lovely voice. Her voice was very clear and crisp. I mean, I was enjoying listening to her. She began with a background. She gave us a background about what she does as a person. And then she actually answered the question, I like to call it in a bullet point format. And I love the way she concluded. It was so polite, the way she rounded off our whole remark. What do I think she could have done differently? She didn't make use of the word of the day. And there was no video to assess the gesticulation, the facial expression, and every other thing. So I hope next time she could have a video on. And of course, I think it was a question that would have should have been more appropriate with a personal anecdote. I mean, it says, how has Toastmasters affected your personal and professional life? Immediately I heard that question, my mind went to a particular scenario in Toastmasters and then another scenario at work. So I was expecting a personal anecdote, one that's challenging. So I hope that, I thought that would have made everything better. But regardless, I loved the voice and I heard a lot of assurance in that voice. So please, a round of applause for her. Our second speaker, I didn't get her name. Naomi, that's a very beautiful name. What ways do you feel you can benefit from Toastmasters? That's a very, very beautiful question. And it's a perfect question for someone who is yet to become a Toastmaster. I felt it was the platform for you to just tell us about your goals, your objectives, your vision, your personality, and what you've heard, what you've seen, how you can relate it together. So in my own evaluation, I would also say somehow you managed to make use of the word of the day, and I think you were the only speaker that did that. So please, a round of applause for her. I also like that you attempted the question, didn't wait for our applause to ginger you, and you have a very amazing voice. I mean, I wanted to listen to that. In fact, I was also telling you to keep going. Your voice is very amazing, so I was rooting for you. So just to give you a good feedback, my own feedback, at the point you were staring at the roof, so speakers tend to do that a lot when they are trying to recall memory. It's always important for you to keep your eye contact. I don't know. One of the ways people say it's eye contact, eye contact. There's a way you do it, it is awkward. There's a way you do it, it is natural. So it depends on who you are. So some of the ways you can improve your confidence is to start from somewhere. You know, don't be afraid to make eye contact. You were staring at the roof, I think about 3 or 4 times. So I was hoping that the answer would come via inspiration when you did a wonderful job. You also didn't utilize your time effectively. I think you were supposed to speak for 2 minutes. Probably you managed 1 minute. You didn't make use of the story. That was a good opportunity for story as well. If you have challenges with content, one of the ways to make up time is to give stories. I can remember Barack Obama when someone asked him, how do you do it? How do you give so many beautiful responses off the cuff? And he said, should I be honest with you? I don't really have an idea when I'm talking. I just start talking. Along the way, I begin to get the revelation of what I was supposed to say. So most times it's like that for a lot of people. You don't really, you might not have the answer at that point, but just talk. Say whatever comes to your mind, and more content will develop in your mind as well. So your general disposition showed that you're not comfortable, you wanted to just give the lesson, the mic was not being utilized, you couldn't hear you, and things like that. But in all, don't hold yourself back. That's the purpose of being in Toastmasters environment. Don't hold yourself back. Nobody's going to judge anybody. And great dress, by the way. It's a round of applause for her. So, our third speaker, what does Toastmaster mean to you?
Okay, that was when you, sorry. Yeah, I think that's, what does Toastmasters mean to you? And I think it was answered by Polabo. Okay, Polabo, Toastmaster, Polabo. Like, I was very, very impressed when you volunteered. That was for me, that was very good. I wish I did that when I was very fresh in Toastmasters. But when you did that, it shows you're someone who takes opportunities. And it's very, very important when you want to build your confidence, you must take opportunities. And then you got on stage, you had a very, very good physique, good posture, your voice was audible, you seemed comfortable, looked like someone who had content, your gesticulation was apt, there were places when you were describing steps, and you used the stage well. What do I think you could have done differently as well? I was expecting anecdotes, just basic anecdotes, 1, 2, 3, and just connect it to the points that I want to make. You also refused to use the mic. Where I come from, I work with politicians, so whenever they refuse to take the mic, we assume they are not confident at that point. So it was almost like a contradictory something from it, because you seem confident, but at the same time you refuse to use the microphone, which would have allowed the virtual audience to hear you properly. You were also staring at the roof at some point, so you could also avoid that as well. And I hope you had made use of the word of the day as well. But in all, I loved the fact that you volunteered and you seemed like someone who is very interesting and exciting to listen to. So please, a round of applause for him as well. And then we also have, what do you hope to get from Toastmasters? Also, another person who volunteered. And I loved something that he did. I was sitting beside him. He took set his video to record himself. Please, guys, always record yourself. You don't know what I like. When I first joined Toastmasters, my mentor told me to deliver my speech in front of his friends. I mean, I just went to his home, so we had a one-on-one session. And he told me to deliver that speech in front of his friends. He was sitting behind me. I didn't know he was recording me on video. So I thought I was doing very well until I saw myself. Like, I didn't believe that was me. It was so terrible. It was so terrible. So I began recording every time I speak. So if I get the evaluation from the evaluator, I watch the video for myself, and it helps me to make a better judgment. So doing that, I think you're someone who probably knows what you're doing here. I loved that it also showed us assurance. You held the mic very, very well. You moved without moving. You know, if you notice, I've been standing here, I've not moved, right? Because I was, when I started my Toastmaster, I'm sorry, I'm just hoping you could learn one or two. When I started my Toastmaster, I was told to always move, you get. But along the way, I discovered it's not my thing. You listen to a lot of speeches by Barack Obama and the like, great speakers. They don't leave the lecture. But what they try to do is to move without moving. So if you're talking about move without moving, you're referring to what they're doing in TED Talk. They have the circle. So they just make use of their body. Left, right, and they are still in one place, right? So they are still circulating the room. So I love that you did that. It was like I'm speaking and people still tell me you didn't move your head. I'm like, I understand, but it's just my own. I feel more comfortable if I'm not moving too much. So I love that you did that. And you also had a good physique, you had a good posture, and you answered the question as well. What do I think you could have done better? Of course, I didn't hear a personal story to answer the question. I don't think you had a structure. I'll talk about the structure as a recommendation. I didn't make use of the word of the day. In all, I felt good vibes coming from you, and you seem like someone who's very, very confident. You also borrow with some of your confidence. If you're not a Toastmaster, I strongly recommend that you join Toastmasters. Trust me, there are great people that came into the organization and they started their journey and they discovered they had not been speaking before. So there's so many things for you to learn. Please work on that. In all, whenever you have questions like table topics of the public, always repeat the question, gives you time to think. It brings psychological proximity to the answer. And of course, you have a system that's called the PREP, which is the P for the point, the R for the reason, and then you have the E for example, and then the P again to round off the point. So you state your position, you give a reason for your position, then you give an example. Like the example could be a personal story, statistics, facts, and illustration. And then you bring the whole conclusion together. So thank you so much. I really enjoyed that. I learned from you guys, and it's a pleasure to have validated about my segment. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster today.
Wow. Am I the only one that felt like I was the master? Am I the only one? No. Am I? No. No. Shall we give a resounding round of applause for taking topics to evaluate for the more than big justice to that evaluation segment? I don't know if there's any of the speakers that did not get value. Even me that did not participate in the table topic segment, I have learned one or two things. PREP. What does P stand for? R? E? What's the last one? Okay, I can see that. I'm starting to think you work on the listening evaluator. But thank you very much, Toastmaster Lemaro. That was phenomenal. Right, so moving on quickly to the next segment. What does Toastmasters mean to me? I've heard people say things like, I can't believe you just joined Toastmasters last year. You've grown so much. I can't believe you just joined Toastmasters last year. You've grown so much. I keep getting such remarks. Toastmasters for me has stretched me beyond my comfort zone. They are giving me wings to fly. So we're going to have some people coming here to share their testimonies of what Toastmasters means to them. So I encourage all of us to please participate in this segment. So the very first person we're going to be calling upon to share her testimonial is Toastmaster Olorun. I have just 2 to 3 minutes. Please put on the time. 2 to 3 minutes for our presentation. Toastmaster, are you there? Toastmaster, okay. Okay, so while we wait for Toastmaster Toby to come online, come to the next time, please join me. Welcome as
Toastmaster Chidima.
Sorry?
Are you calling me?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Please share with us what Toastmasters means to you.
Thank you very much, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Great afternoon to us. I'm good to be here. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
All right, fantastic. Thank you. So have you ever prepared so much for an opportunity and you lost it due to a finishing error? So finally, there was this opportunity we had prepared for to host a general meeting that was going to have in attendance some stakeholders and decision makers in prospective businesses we wanted to partner with. This was an incident somewhere where I worked way back. So of course, the hustle bustle of events management, getting things ready, the space, ensuring the interior is well set up, the sound system, arrangement of equipment. Everybody was running helter-skelter trying to get the meeting in top gear as we prepare to host these awesome people. Of course, what is an event without food? We try to order food, drinks, get the marketing materials ready, the take-home packages we're preparing for every attendees, and to plan it all, getting the presentation slides and content ready. All right, alas, it's the D-Day. We thought we were ready, but before we could rejoice that we were ready, the hook of the window blind gave way and the window blind collapsed on the table. The freezing shock and the adrenaline rush is beyond imagination. I can't explain it. Where do we go for here was a recovery question as I began to figure out how to ensure this mess was fixed before visitors started arriving. So here and there, everybody started to run helter-skelter again as we all exerted energy in ensuring this was fixed as soon as possible, from trying to look for hooks, looking for nails, climbing chairs, climbing tables. And we just had to forget we're already hot dressed, waiting for the event to start. We're panicking and trying to manage the remaining energy that was left. You can imagine what this meant for the main speaker that was supposed to present the marketing speech. So we tried, and we tried to ensure everything was fixed. Well, I tried to push the speaking section, but it could not be moved anymore. The time was too short. So alas, it was time to speak. So despite preparing the slides personally and ensuring everything was ready, at the time of the presentation, the energy was gone, the flow was gone. As I looked at the slide, I tried to remember the notes I wanted to share. And guess what? I was stuttering and the speech wasn't just flowing anymore. Now, imagine this was supposed to be a marketing pitch as well, a marketing opportunity for the organization. So, of course, you know what happened? After the program, the audience were dead silence and disappointed in amazement of how the marketing speech went. And so I consoled myself with the quote of Winston Churchill, a former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. I resolved in my mind that there is no way this will continue. The skill of confident speaking at all times has to be learned. After so many months of this incident, I saw the status of a friend regarding Toastmasters Club. And I decided to join the first meeting as an intending Toastmaster. It was an experience. Now, what does Toastmasters mean to me? Toastmasters means to me the recovery of my speech. It means to me confidence, confidently expressing your thoughts, putting my words into structured expression in speaking and writing, showing up, growing up every time, challenging yourself, collaborating, and believing in yourself, overcoming the limitations of the past while focusing on the achievable future, being prepared and ensuring you are giving the best every time you are showing up. To me, it means light. It means a new me. And we are here. Nothing is indeed impossible for a willing heart. This is my story of Toastmasters. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Olorotomi. That was actually so relatable. I had a friend of mine tell me, I like the name. I'm like, what do you mean by the name? Said speaking up, by confidence, I'm like, hey, people can actually see what Toastmasters is doing in my life. Okay, so the second person very quickly, we're going to be calling out Toastmaster Taxi.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests, once again. I have a question. Have anyone here ever suffered from social anxiety? Chronic social anxiety. Thank you. So that was my story. I'm somebody who loves to talk. I love to talk. I can talk to my friends, those around me. But give me a formal gathering like this. No way. All the things I have planned will just go off my head. I go blank, I start shaking. Sometimes it's that bad that my legs are wobbly, I start having headache. I told myself I needed help. So I browsed about what I could do to get out of social anxiety. And I saw Toastmasters International. Then I was in Rio, I just finished service working somewhere at Rio. So I didn't even waste any much time. I just called the number I saw there. I got to the venue. And funnily enough, the very first day I was there, they asked me to play the role of the timer. It was very challenging. I did what I could do, but when I saw others speaking, I knew that I had a long way to be where they were. And the truth is that standing here alone is a testimony. You know, in the church, they say testimony time, blessing time. This is a blessing. This is a blessing to me. I preached, in fact, when I was a VPN in my club, I enjoyed that role. Why? Because I enjoy talking to people about Toastmasters and the effects that they have had on me. Even when I sat down with Toastmasters, he asked me, why are you singing Toastmasters? I said, if you had met me before now, I won't talk to you. I'll just sit down there. If you say hi to me, I might respond, but I won't be the first to say something to you. But when I came into the hall, I went right and started beside him. I said, hi, my name is Tessie. What's your name? I started talking. And now it seems like we've known ourselves for a while. That's what Toastmasters can do for you. And I can remember when I first came into Lagos, I was looking for clubs that would fit my schedule. I eventually went to, I settled in Sudbury eventually, but I can remember going to Keja, Toastmasters Club as a guest, and it was a networking session. And they said, go around, talk to people. I sat down very well, very comfortable in my seat. I was going nowhere. People came to meet me. Hi, what's up? I wanted the conversation to end fast. I didn't want to embarrass myself. But today I can talk to anyone. I feel comfortable talking to people. You know, before I would go back, I'm an overthinker. I'll go back and start thinking, why did the person give me the same energy? What happened? But now I care less. If I come to you and I say something to you, I don't give you the same energy, that's fine. I move on. Also, this session in Toastmasters called the table topic session. Till today, the adrenaline rush is still there for me. Like when it's time for table talk, I'm like, don't call me. What will I say? But I have won, I think, 2 awards in table talk. That means I'm progressing. Even if sometimes it's not. Thank you. Even if sometimes it's not always the case. Sometimes it seems like it's my day. I have something to say. Sometimes I still have to think deeply to get something to say. But Toastmasters International has really been of help. The friends I had before that know me now, I'm like, Tessie, what's going on? Even at work, when we're having meetings, I'm called to moderate because it seems like I'm doing the job well. So I will say that for intending Toastmasters, this is the place to be, honestly. Even if you might not see the change immediately, but with time, people will start telling you. You might see yourself in the same scenario, but you're having a different reaction or response to that scenario because you have grown over time when it comes to your communication, leadership, and public speaking skills. You know, me standing here and saying this just off the cuff. It's really a lot for me and just to round off, you can't even imagine that I have gone on to win contests, speech contests. In fact, in 2021, when I joined in 2020 November. In 2021, my mentor said you have to join the humorous speech contest. I never saw myself as someone who was humorous. I saw myself as someone who was very serious. But Toastmasters will bring out what you don't know you have. For me to come out with first place winner, that division level is a high level, and I was second place winner, means that there's a kind of win or win, and I never knew I had that even for Toastmasters International. So the journey in Toastmasters is a journey of 1,000 miles that begins with the step of registering. So because when you're a guest, you're only open to table topics, but when you join, you give speeches, you play leadership roles, and also table topics, and you will see it show in your personal lives and even your professional lives. Thank you. Over to you.
Wow. Well, what we nervousness to a confident concept taker. I don't know, please. What must do wonders? Let us do wonders. Thank you so much, Mr. Penny. I agree that Toastmasters will bring out things that you do not know you have. When I say Toastmasters has stretched me, I can say with all boldness. Who knew that me, I can manage LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn page, from where to where? But I'm currently doing that with Toastmasters. You want skills. But let me also say this. You can, the level to which you grow in Toastmasters is dependent on how much you put yourself. It's not magic. You have to be ready to go through the process. When they call up for us, volunteer. See me doing Toastmasters today. NC. I'm on my way to collecting my next paycheck. So when next you have your event, come and me. Right. Okay, so the last but not least speaker, our one and only president, Toastmasters, the Queen of Smile.
Thank you, Mr. Kindly. I would like to put this here and be sure that the people online, please confirm you can hear me. Please confirm you can hear me. Okay. Good afternoon again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. What does Toastmasters mean to you? You know, for the benefit of our guests, one of the jobs of the president, one of the responsibilities of the president of any club is to look out for the theme of the meeting. Now, when it was a time to look for the theme of today's meeting, I had to look through what the journey has been and what really Toastmasters mean to me. But I said to myself, it's not just about me. It is good for others to speak and let people hear what Toastmasters mean. And I also want to know, what does Toastmasters mean to my members as well? And that was the reason for this talk, or the theme of this meeting. That's just 5 minutes. Now, what does Toastmasters mean to you? It is said that there are two most important days in your life: the day you were born and the day you find your purpose. Toastmasters for me, just like Toastmaster Hesse said, because of time, is that discovery platform where you find out what you never knew you had. I never knew, like she said, in 2021 when she contested, I also contested for table topics, and that was when I just joined Toastmasters. You can imagine my second meeting, you have to contest for what? But I did. And since then, I have been contesting for every contest that comes up, I join. Like Tia Chidima said, what you get from Toastmasters is what you give. The truth is, you might feel that Toastmasters is taking much from you, but you're the one gaining more. So for me, Toastmasters means my discovery and my purpose. I never knew that I could serve as president and work with a team of intelligent people. I never knew I could do that. I never knew I could serve as an assistant chairperson of Toastmasters Nigerian Conference for the cultural nights, but that came up. This is what Toastmasters does to you. That thing that you don't know. Toastmasters has made me, right now, I don't stay in a place and people are wasting time. I call it wasting of time. Like, we have meetings for 2 hours. Look at all the things we've done. 2 hours is when we will do this. When you go for a meeting and people are saying for 5 hours we have not deliberated on anything, Toastmasters changes the mindset. Toastmasters has changed my mindset. My time management, I am discovering myself day in, day out. And like it is said in Toastmasters, Toastmasters is a place where leaders are made. This is our world where the economy is driving us insane. This is that place where I feel safe when I come. I just have it with people and I feel like I can pour it all out. Toastmasters, to me, is my discovery ground and my purpose living intentional place to be. Thank you, everyone. And I hope that this would also help our attending Toastmasters to join Toastmasters. Whatever you are looking for here, you have it in Toastmasters. Network, speaking skill, time management, and most importantly, becoming a better version of yourself. You have it in Toastmasters. The first factor of the day.
The president.
Wow.
The president.
Thank you so much, Madam President. I can also relate with that time management agenda. Now, when we have a meeting, I'm thinking, who's going the agenda of this meeting? Share the agenda. Let us know what we need to deliberate about. Let us apportion time. And you know, outside of Toastmasters, your church meeting, your school meeting, agenda is not such a common thing. Because looking at it like, oh, it's so much. But once you have an agenda, you know what, who is doing what. Time management, that's one thing I can say that Toastmasters has taught me. Can we put our hands together for all the speakers that have come to share their testimony? Remember that I said Toastmasters was founded a century ago. Now we have nearly 8 million members in 148 countries around the world that are working together to become a better version of themselves. I don't know about you, but I'm proud to be a part of this journey. I'm proud to be a part of this dream that has come to reality. So without further ado, we'll be moving very quickly to the final segment of today's meeting, and I'll be calling on our collaborative elective general evaluator to call back our team of evaluators to give us feedback on how we fared in today's meeting. Over to you, Gigi.
Thank you so kindly, Madam CMOD. You put it here for me.
The president.
Okay.
The president.
I would like to call on my role players. They had earlier been introduced to give us their reports.
The president.
Make this brief so that we can close on time. I would like to call on the first speaker I would like to call on is our counter. Please. You didn't clap for him, though.
Good evening once again, Toastmasters and guests. That's not for me. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Earlier in this meeting, I spoke about pause fillers, and I gave a tip on how to avoid using pause fillers, which make you sound unpolished and unprepared. I said, when you're about to utter a pause filler, pause, then move on to your next point. Pauses are more impactful for your speeches than pause fillers. But I still noted the amount of times people used pause fillers. The most common pause filler in today's meeting was the word so. A lot of the speakers came here. So is not necessarily a pause filler. So can be used appropriately as an adverb and as a conjunction. But a lot of people used it inappropriately as a pause filler. Some people started their sentences with so. And some people used it appropriately, but kept using it. So. In that context, it might have been grammatically correct, but it would be more appropriate if you switch up the words. So, as a result of this, rather than using so after every 3 words. So for my report, Toastmaster Chidima had a total of 7 pause fillers. She used so inappropriately, and she also used the word now as a pause filler. She used it in a context where it served no meaning in a sentence. Toastmaster Victoria, I would like to caution Toastmaster Victoria to be aware of the word because. She kept using the word because. Naomi used so, she used a total of 6 pause fillers. Brother Boy used 3 pause fillers. He started sentences with so. Intending Toastmaster Joseph, you had 3 pause fillers. Use the word but where it did not have a purpose. He used the sound and he also used so as a pause filler. Toastmaster Oloruntobi had a total of 4 pause fillers. Toastmaster Tessie had 3 pause fillers. Toastmaster Liz, I was only able to grab 1 pause filler. My master was supposed to be the topics evaluator, but he's currently not here. He used so, I mean, like, and he had a total of 10 pause fillers. I think that was because he spoke for an extended period. My master is not here, so we move. Toastmaster Chidima, our master. What do we say to the master? Over to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you so kindly, our counselor. I'll now call on our grammarian for today's meeting to give us our evaluation. We can welcome her to the lecture. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me here again. It was quite a collaborative meeting. Thank you all for collaborating and ensuring that I had less work to do. It means we all spoke well. Of course, I have some things to recommend. Okay, someone said, an opportunity to speak impromptu. There is no word like impromptu in the English language. So even if you want to use an adverb, you still you still say impromptu. So an opportunity to speak impromptu, not impromptu. Then someone else said, my question number 1. That is not totally wrong, but you can use it in a better way by saying, my first question is, or my initial question is. That's about that. Then for the word of the day, we all use the word of the day. A round of applause for ourselves. When I came on board, I asked us to repeat the word of the day 3 times, so we all use the word of the day. So building on that, Toastmaster Liz had said the word of the day 7 times. Toastmaster Jagun 4 times. Tessie, okay, 3 plus now 2, 5 times. TM Imabong 4 times. TM Chidima 6 times. Guest Naomi 4 times. TM Godwin 5 times. So these are the ones I was able to take note of. So the highest user of the word of the day was TM Lee. A round of applause for her. All right, thank you so much. And this is not to belittle anyone. This is for us to increase our vocabulary and help us to speak better because we are Toastmasters and we're supposed to be effective communicators. Thank you, University General Evaluator.
Thank you most kindly, our grammarian for the day. I'll call on our listening evaluator to give us her report. Because of time, we would ask her to please take just 2 questions so that we can wrap up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Who said leadership
in a volunteering organization is hard because you can't, it's a trick question. So you can't, one, you have said the answer, thank you, but what can't you do? Because you can't go on. Thank you. Thank you for your correct answer. And the last one I would say is, who is the dancer in their bio? Who is the dancer in? Thank you very much. Thank you for your listening skills. We have collaborated effectively with our 2 ears and our mind. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam Listening Evaluator. Usually we call the timekeeper first, but I wanted the timekeeper to come last so that he could also, the other evaluators would be conscious that the timekeeper had not finished his job. Please now let's make welcome, even while I'm calling him, he has still not finished his job. He needs to ensure we finish this meeting on time. So I'll now call on our timekeeper to give us a report on how we have fared for this meeting.
All right, thanks everyone. Indeed, it has been a very collaborative session, both online and offline as well. I thought we used to call it physical. All of a sudden, is it now offline? Doesn't it sound, it sounds kind of. All right, I prefer those of us in the room and those who are joining online. All right, very quickly to the timers report. We started a bit behind schedule. First, we had a number of us coming into the room a bit later than we would have wanted you to, but we do understand it's been pouring cats and dogs the whole day, and we know you have to jump a few hoops to get here. I actually observed some people getting wet, coming in. So we do appreciate your sacrifice coming in, but we would still encourage that as much as possible, we should try to get here in good time. The second thing I'd like to quickly call out. The second thing I'd like to quickly call out, pardon me while I fetch that particular report. We talked about the impromptu speakers. For those who gave their testimonial in terms of what Toastmasters means to me, it appeared we really didn't have an alignment in terms of how much time we needed to spend. Somebody spent, the first speaker spoke for 6 minutes, 21 seconds. The next person, Toastmasters Tessie, spoke for 4 minutes, 46 seconds. And TM Lee spoke for 3 minutes, 47 seconds. So it seemed like, the more we went, everybody was trying to then cut short on their kind of time. So I think next time it would be great that we communicate upfront before each person takes the stand, what time they have to use. Coming back to the evaluation team, everybody did very well, and we stuck to time. The most apt one came from our listening evaluator who barely used up to a minute. So a big round of applause for her for helping us gain back some quality time. At the rate at which we're going, we're nearing the end of the meeting. It looks like we'll be finishing precisely 2 hours from where we started. This is exactly 3:06. We started at about 1:24, and we're on course to try to finish at that time. That is my report, Madam General Evaluator. I would like to turn this collaborative meeting back to you.
Thank you so kindly, our timekeeper. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, at the beginning of this meeting, I mentioned that I would come and give a report of what we have done. I'd like to begin with the preparation for the meeting. For those of us who were here the last meeting, we can see that some of the feedback the general evaluator gave to us, we're working on it, which is last time we did not have a good audio. The people online could not hear us, and it was a challenge. Today, that preparation came on time, even though we started the meeting late, which we might want to hold to nature, because the rain kept most of our role players out there. At least they were in communication with us that they could not meet up because of the rain. But the preparation was on time. However, for the bio of the role players, all role players did not send in their bio before the meeting. I think that could have helped us, because when the Toastmaster of the day came, she was trying to look for some person's bio. We could work on that. Once it's a meeting time, ensure that your bio is sent ahead so we can work with that. I would also like to encourage that, just like TM Chidima mentioned, both in the rain, in the sun, we should always try to be out, especially when we are playing role for a meeting. The role players did not come on time. That is not a good way to go for a Toastmasters meeting, especially for our guests. We need to show them a good example of that. I would like to commend that in Toastmasters, we say Toastmasters wear a lot of hats. Unfortunately, our table topics master could not make it because of the weather. But we had a Toastmaster who stood in for our table topics master immediately with the theme of the day. That's a good one. We also had someone who stood in for our table topics evaluator, and that was a good one. I liked the fact that the table topics master was able to merge his questions or ask his questions based on the theme of the day's meeting. It is a good one. And I equally like that when he called a guest, she was not comfortable with the question. He made her feel comfortable by asking her another question, and we got an answer from her. That is a very good one to go about. The Toastmaster of the day, I liked how she puts the energy up in carrying all of us along and ensuring that we keep the liveliness both online and offline. I also like that the table topics master went online to ask questions. That's to show that we acknowledge those online. We even asked them to vote, which is a good one for the meeting. My recommendation for the meeting would be, when we're having a meeting like this, we should make it something, how do I put this now? We make it a way that whenever you're coming here and you know you want to call someone to come speak, remind the person how many minutes he or she is going to speak. That way, the timekeeper is also reminded to check, to hold on to the timing card. I think we would have finished this meeting earlier, but the timing card was not really coming up the way it was supposed to be called, coming up, the way it was supposed to come up. So I think we can do better in that aspect, using the time, reminding people of how many minutes they would speak. That is going to help us. In all, we had a very good meeting. The meeting started with about 5 people on the call, about 11 persons on the call, and 15 persons here that joined us physical according to the attendance, which is a good one compared to what we had the last time. But we can still do better. Make our publicity more, inform people more about the meeting, and come with a guest. The Suite 94 states that this month of May is come with one guest to a meeting. So come with a guest whenever you're going for a meeting. Thank you to all our role players. Thank you to everyone who has made this meeting possible. And let's keep, just as the Toastmasters promise states, I would like to read that part out, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits that Toastmasters membership offers. Let's keep bringing guests to meetings. And for us Toastmasters, let's take up that challenge to keep playing with. Now it's back to you, our delectable Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, so my time in the role and the capacity of a Toastmaster of the day is trying to close. And I would like to say thank you for the opportunity to serve in this capacity. So I'll be calling on our presiding officer to give our announcements and the closing remarks and to say au revoir to all of us. It's been a beautiful time serving as the MC, the compare this meeting. And thank you for collaborating with me in keeping the energy levels. And thank you to everyone for the opportunity. So over to you, our presiding officer.
Thank you very much. Please let's give another round of applause to our Toastmaster of the day. We brought great energy to the meeting. Now I've got a number of announcements, and I'm going to try to run through them pretty quickly. Our general evaluator already reminded us that this month in Division F is bring a guest as we come for all the meetings. The next thing is we've taken a vote based on the various persons that spoke to us in the impromptu speech section, and we now have a winner. The winner is drum rolls. Toastmasters There comes the president of the LEARNTOR Toastmasters to do us the honors of making that presentation.
Thank you for reading out the example of communicators and congratulations on behalf of this great level of congratulations.
Thank you, Madam President, and congratulations to Toastmaster Bolabo once again. I believe we've all had a very great time at this meeting. I definitely have, I must say. Every meeting I come for, there's always something for me to learn, for me to improve upon. One of the biggest ones I'm going away with today is the PrEP acronym. That is going to come in so handy. Our next meeting, if you have enjoyed today's session, I would love to invite you to come back just at the next time, which is our second meeting every month. It's taking place virtually. And so I'd like to encourage you to please join us for the next meeting, which is coming up on Sunday, May 19th from 3 to 5 p.m. And it's going to be virtual. So please, we look forward to having you again and again and again. And in that meeting, our focus will be on a discussion around hypertension and its preventive measures. To say hypertension is really a disease that kills many people, and it's worth educating ourselves about, right? Glad to also remind us of our District 94 conference that is coming up in about 10 days from now. And it's starting on May 22nd in Abuja and holds till 25th. So if you are a Toastmaster or guest, you're encouraged to be there to participate. And if you think this is networking, just wait until you get to the District 94 when you have people from all across the continent. Different culture, different tradition, different perspectives. It will be a great one to be in. Furthermore, I'd like to remind us that the district contestants for offices will be giving their manifesto on Sunday, and that is something that we're encouraged to join, as well as watch them speak. In addition, it's been quite a year, and another Toastmasters year is gradually coming to an end. To that extent, Division F will be having an award and gala night coming up in June, and this is stay tuned. More and more information will be coming out from the planning committee as they become available. Given that we're approaching the end of the Toastmasters year, and hopefully the beginning of another one, as many of us as are able to volunteer. And you know, in Toastmasters, we learn by doing, right? The only way you really get to learn is by actively participating and investing your time and energy in something. So we will be having a committee for the change of guard that is taking place in June in LEARNTOR Toastmasters. We're encouraging each and every one of you to please volunteer. Interested members should please reach out to our club president, Toastmaster Liz Iwoa, the Queen of Smiles, as we typically would call her. And she never fails to smile. I don't know how she does it, but she's going to, whether it's teach me the trick or lay hands so I can get the anointing, I don't know. But somehow there needs to just be a proper transference, right? And finally, I would like to encourage all our intending Toastmasters. Thank you for being our guest at today's meeting. We would love to have a word with you immediately after the meeting. So somebody from our membership team, I would love to encourage you to just sit in that corner of the hall so that we can address all of you very quickly and very shortly and get to it. Oh my. Oh my, I didn't see anything. I'm just going to keep looking straight, because if you are disrespectful to your chief, you're in trouble. I dare say no. And so, it has been a great privilege and honor to serve as the presiding officer at today's meeting. I've learned many things about the benefits of Toastmasters to me as a person. I try to have a table somewhere, written in my journal, part of it also written in my head, the different activities, the different roles I need to play in order to learn the different things that Toastmasters has to offer. If you've never played Toastmaster of the Day, how do you enjoy being the host of a meeting in your organization, in your volunteer organization, or amongst your friends? If you've never been a listening evaluator, how can you really improve your coaching skills, right? If you've never been a timer, how can you entrench that habit of timing? There's just so much to learn here at Toastmasters. And I want to believe that each and every one of us, as members, are further encouraged to participate and to draw more. Toastmasters is like an ocean. The more you get out of it depends on the size of the bucket you're coming with, right? And your ability to keep fetching out of that endless ocean. I'd like to definitely encourage us to please expand the bucket sizes you're using. If you're using that small, just increase it. If it was a teacup, look for a bowl. If it's a bowl, look for a bucket. If it's a bucket, like that, till you get to where you want to end up. And then, okay. And then finally, if you are in testing Toastmasters, that journey starts with you being a member of the Toastmasters Club. And there's no other club I'd like to recommend, because they say charity begins at home, right? I'd like to recommend you to LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, right? If you got great fun here, we believe you're carrying a lot of value that could help us to get better. And we believe that there's a lot of value that you can also benefit from our side as well. So we definitely encourage you to take that action and become a member very quickly. On that note, it gives me great pleasure. Acting is not the same as the real thing, you know. So my job as the acting presiding officer is done. I would therefore love to turn it over to our one and only Queen of Smiles, the president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Elisela. Thank you. You did a very good job. I would just like to, a quick one. He was supposed to end this meeting, and he did a very good job. Please, I think he deserves a round of applause for presiding over this meeting. You know, like it was said, everything that has a beginning has an end. Like he has mentioned, it's almost the end of the Toastmaster year, and our tenure as ESCOs is just a few weeks away. We have just 2 meetings to go. I think every ESCO deserves a round of applause. It gives me great pleasure to announce that based on the effort of every member of this club, we have achieved our DCP goal, and we just yesterday, our result came out 10/10. So, although we're going to welcome them more at our next meeting, but we have two of our new members here. So we'd like to just recognize them. They help us to achieve this. So it's good we celebrate them. Please, let's celebrate our newest Toastmasters in the house. Let's celebrate Toastmaster Cynthia! And let's make welcome the one who has been helping us to manage our social media page, Toastmaster Ali Kudo. Congratulations and welcome to LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. We also have Toastmaster Kende, who joined us, but he's not here today. So we welcome you all to LEARNTOR, and we are excited about your development and growth. It is also time to thank the election committee members. We at LEARNTOR, we try as much as possible to see that we wrap up with our election and everything. It gives me great pleasure, very, very huge pleasure, to announce to you our new set of ESCOs for the year 2024-2025. Those of them who are here, please, as I call your name, you come out here to be recognized by members of the club and our guests as well. I'll begin with the Sergeant at Arms for the year 2024-2025. Our Sergeant at Arms elected by members is Toastmaster Olasimbo A. Olasogoti. He's not here now. Our treasurer for the year 2024-2025 is none other than Toastmaster Clementina Otabo, elected. Please, Toastmaster Clementina, can you please come outside for recognition? Our club secretary for the year 2024, Toastmaster Sheriff Abubakar. Toastmaster Sheriff, please come out. Our Vice President Public Relations for the year is Toastmaster Salamatu Yakubu. Please also here. Our Vice President Membership for the year is Toastmaster Abdurrahman Adebayo. Our Vice President Education 2. We had election and we had 2 Vice Presidents Education. Our Vice President Education 2 is none other than my humble self, Toastmaster Elizabeth. And our Vice President Education, the NG room of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Education for the year 2024-2025 is no other person but Toastmaster Chidima Eze. over this matter. The one whom the cap fits. The very first male president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters. Brother Toastmasters and guests, let us make welcome our incoming president, Toastmaster Olisana Olagomi. These are our elected officers. We'll be having our change of guard in June, and we'll be inviting you all to join us to celebrate them. I believe in the capacity of these people. They have it in them. And I know that we're handing over to a great set of people. This is I am so excited to work with you. I'm so excited. Well, thank you all for volunteering to serve the club, and be assured that every member of the club will be here to support you. Thank you so kindly, and congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to all of us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. President, thank you. You may have your seat. I'd like to say thank you to the president of Surulere Toastmasters Club. You may have your seat, please. Thank you. I'd like to say thank you to the president of Surulere Toastmasters Club for honoring us and being here up to now. He's been here since morning for Ikeja meeting and still joined us. It's a good one. It shows how much he loves to develop himself. Toastmaster Tessie, it's good to have you here. Thank you so kindly for coming. ITM Kelechi, thank you for coming. ITM Joe, thank you for coming. ITM Joe is someone that, after this meeting, I'm very sure we'll see a video of us online. He does a lot of TikTok about Toastmasters. Anytime he goes for any event, he does a lot of TikTok about that. So I'll share the video with us once he does that. I'm certain he's going to do that. So I'll share it with us. And Toastmaster Balabo, thank you so much also. You stayed for a Ikeja meeting and still stayed with us. And all our Toastmasters online and Paul, thank you very much, everyone. Our next meeting, we're going to have a doctor and a pharmacist that will be speaking to us about hypertension. It's something that is really killing a lot of persons. Take out time and join us to learn how to prevent hypertension and how you can live longer on earth. With that being said, I'd like to call for, I did not say thank you to those intended Toastmaster Naomi. Thank you so much, intended Toastmaster Naomi. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Toastmaster Imabong. Toastmaster Imabong. Okay, please, can I have two Toastmasters move for the adjournment of this meeting? After which we'll have a good picture. Please, two Toastmasters. Someone should move for the adjournment of the meeting till next week, Sunday. Yes, no, just stand up and say. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Shelley. Who is coming? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Percy and Toastmaster Sherry. And with that, the meeting is officially over. Thank you, everyone. Please, let's have a good picture. Please, let's have a good picture. Our paparazzi, Alice, please, let's have a good picture.